Hi, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing a very powerful, very special reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the YouTube algorithm know that you like these videos, know that you like my channel, and gets it seen by more people. And I thank you so much because I wouldn't be here without you all. So thank you. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see the energy we need to be mindful of. Now, this is a time, we have 4 times during the year when our energy, where the energy of the earth and our energy channels open up, and our growth spiritually, our growth personally is just profound. And one of these energy channels is coming, and that is the solstice. So here, we're going to see what energy we need to be mindful of during the solstice, because this is a profoundly beautiful, energetic time where, they're rare. There's only 4 a year. It's the solstices and the equinoxes. So let's see what energy we need to be mindful of. Angels, right here. This is the Ace of Pentacles. Oh, that's interesting. Spirit just said doing something for money that you will regret. Okay, something that feels like it's a big payday, but when you look back at it, it's like, man, I wish I didn't do that. So just be aware of this. That's the energy that's coming through. Yeah, it's like it either like read the contract. If you're going to go into business deals with somebody, read the contract. You also have a gut inclination with something, or you're trying to, there's a sense of, well, it's going to be like this, right? I really hope it's going to be like this. And we kind of talk ourselves into the way that we want it to be. And yet our spirit is saying, no, not that, not that. So listen, because this is a time when our angels, our spirit guides, my gosh, do they talk to us? My gosh, do they talk to us? So let's see what spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Here, this is spiritual. This is a very spiritual time. And this is a time where we embrace the energy, the light, of the world. I love the candle right here, where we go into the void of nothingness, the place between flame and wick. That sense of there is more to this world than we could ever realize. And embracing our spirituality, however that manifests in our lives, is going to be a very important thing. This also begins the Cancer time frame, and that has us really looking at what we need to make us feel comfortable at home. This is whatever home and family means to us is to us. And it's building that security or building that connection, as well as, balancing our emotions and what's really important to us. The spiritual will help us, however that manifests in our lives. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. It's so interesting. You have, you know, these major arcana cards here, that there's a sense of, I'm afraid to move forward, right? I'm afraid to be a fool. And there's a real sense of like, I don't want people to laugh at me because I just see laughing, I hear laughing, and I see us turning our face, like hiding our face, like cupping our face away. I don't want people to see me. I don't want people to laugh at me. And yet there's a part of us that's awakening. That's a very powerful part of us to move us forward. So being aware of that is going to be super important during this time. So let's talk about, before we dive into the tarot, okay, because there's something here where we want to hide our face. It's like, don't look at me. And yet it is so important that we awaken this part of us, but we're afraid what people will think. So let's talk about this time, astrologically speaking. So not only do we have one of the most powerful energy times of the year, right? We also have us moving into Cancer, moving into the most like kind of loving, nurturing, compassionate sign. And then the solstice, and which of course is us. We're moving into, my goodness, Cancer. Of course, I'm talking about you, and I'm like, it's the most loving, compassionate sign. It's your sign. It's a sign where I love that the solstice and Cancer time period, falls at the same time because it's so beautiful. And the fact that you start your time frame with the opening up of cosmic energy like this, I really think is indicative of who you are and how you connect with the world. So this, how your sign connects with the world. So this is very important. This is nurturing. This is loving. This is connection. And yet we're afraid to jump forward. So the solstice is between Saturn going retrograde on the 17th of June and Neptune going stationary retrograde on the 30th of June, right? And what Saturn brings us is this real understanding of power and control and the seeing of power and control in our lives. That's what we're going to want to do. We're going to want to kind of rule existence through power and control, kind of like might equals right. We'll see it in others, we'll see it in ourselves. Neptune going retrograde can bring us a feeling of emotional overwhelmness. Like we're just like, my gosh, I'm feeling everything so intensely. We become very aware of deception and illusion. We can feel on the verge of tears. So if you're feeling overly emotional, if you're sitting there and it's kind of like being a teenager again, right? I can cry at everything. It's like, why is this? It's because we have Neptune stationary going retrograde. And there's a sense of like the world. You're feeling the world more. You already feel the world a lot. Now, Neptune is also squared the galactic center. All right. And this brings us psychic abilities. It brings us sensitivity. That's also something here that we're shying away from. It's kind of like, no, I can't walk down this road, or this is silliness, or only meant for fairy tale books. This can't be a life that I'm living. And it's like, yes, it can. And it most definitely can. Be ready for awakenings. That's really going to lead us forward. But we're having a battle we've had before, either in this life or in past life. This is a soul's battle that we're really quite aware of. Okay, Jupiter is in Taurus, which calls us to find joys in the simple pleasures of life. We are going to find the most fulfillment in the simplest of things. Now, Venus and Mars are in Leo, right? And this has us looking and seeking out beauty and color and brilliance and light in our world. Like we just need to be surrounded by beautiful things. It doesn't have to be expensive things, okay? Beautiful things are going to call to our soul. And that's going to be super important. And that's going to be very, very powerful. What we're looking for here is balance, right? We start off with a bit of trickery around us. There's intense emotions, a bit of trickery. There's not the whole truth coming forward. There's a sense of I'm balancing too much. I'm trying to juggle too much, and something has got to give. We don't want to say that. We don't want to say I can't handle this. And it can be a matter of pride for us. But there is a need here to look at everything we're balancing, everything we're trying to do, and know that the emotions are running amok. Our emotions, here, okay, so let me backtrack a bit because Spirit keeps on saying the moon, the moon, the moon. And I'm like, well, I know Cancer is ruled by the moon, but I don't see anything that represents the moon right here, right now. The 17th of June is the new moon, right? And we have the tides. We have the water coming in. Tides can be are controlled, right, by the moon. So we're going to have something here and something during this time where it's like be very aware of the phases of the moon. Now, if you want to go deeper into the astrology of everything, check out, I have in the description box, Pam Gregory's YouTube channel. She's fantastic. I really do just enjoy listening to her. And if you want to do a group meditation, that there's a link for that in the description box as well, to Spring Forest Qigong. Here we're trying to find balance. This is a time, on the solstice, whether it's the winter solstice or the summer solstice where you are, it does not matter. This is a time where what you meditate on, what you focus on, whether you realize you're focusing on it or not, manifests. So if we're focusing on bounty and beauty and prosperity and success, we'll get more of that. And if we're focusing on how hard it is and how tired I am and how overwhelmed life is, we'll get that. So be aware of what's leading us forward. There's a sense of, I'm finding balance. I'm finding harmony within me. I need to achieve what's right for me and where I need to be for my soul and for myself. We're balancing too much. Be aware of this. And if we keep on just shoveling more and more and more on our plate, we'll just be completely overwhelmed. With the Eight of Cups, we're walking away from something we once thought we would love. This is a profound and deep ending. And when I turned this card over, I got an ending as deep as a divorce, or as permanent, as powerful as a divorce. So be aware here. There's something that is ending where it is like, okay, it's finalized. Okay, we're not playing around anymore. And it took emotional courage the same way. This does not mean, don't get afraid, or don't think, oh, I have to get a divorce now. That's not what the cards are saying. This is saying an ending to something that just doesn't work. It just doesn't work, but we're still trying to make it. It's kind of like in Cinderella, the Cinderella story, where the stepsisters try to shove their foot into the slipper that doesn't fit, and they can't make it fit. They can't make it fit at all. And you're going to see that this ending, it drains you, stumbling over your words, a sense of, I can't get these ideas just right. We're going to be focused on something else. And Spirit's like, no, be focused right here. Be focused on walking towards your truth, your power, your desire. You're facing a battle. And it doesn't have to be anything big, Cancer. I really want to emphasize this. But this is a battle your soul has faced before. And there's a sense here of, how do I move forward to where I need to be for me? Because I'm tired. Because I'm overwhelmed. Because this is more intense than I thought it would be. So being aware of this is going to be very important for us. With the Five of Swords, we're facing that battle. There's a need to embrace our voice, but there's also a need to embrace our emotions, what we deeply desire and what we want. And a sense of, we're sifting through the emotions of other people to find the emotions of ourselves, to find what is important to us, what is valuable to us, where we need to be, what we're looking for. And these are battles we faced before. This is a very personal time. We can find that we have a lot of people coming at us, a lot of ideas coming at us, a lot of, well, who do you think you are type of mentality. And I always love the statement, and not to get religious, but it's like, I'm the child of the Most High God, right? I am profoundly and beautifully blessed. However that manifests in your life, embracing that statement and saying, this is me. I deserve to walk here. I deserve to be, and nothing and no one can stop me. Not even my past hurts and pains and doubts and fears that maybe I cannot even remember. But you're going to be faced with battles that one of the most powerful ways you deal with them is not to be like, okay, war, it's like, okay, how do I move forward in peace? How do I walk away and say, that was right for me in a moment, once upon a time, but now this is a new chapter. This is a new story. We're afraid to go after what we want. We are. We're afraid of the way Spirit is leading us. We, again, have Neptune squared the galactic center. We're connecting with our psychic self. We're connecting with our spiritual self. We're connecting with this higher energy that's awakening us. And there's a sense of, this is what my soul has been wanting and needing and desiring. How do I jump that hurdle? How do I get to where I need to be for me? What is it that I desire? And our spirit is leading us, but we're afraid to listen. So be aware of that. Be aware. There's something at the root of us. I'm hearing tailbone energy. Okay, our passion energy, the sense of our root chakra coming through, but also our sacral chakra. So our sensuality, our expression, how we want to move forward in our lives. There's a sense of, how do I balance this, right? How do I stay grounded and let myself dream? How do I embrace the passion, the sensuality of existence, not in a, romantic way, but in a way that my life gets to have color, gets to have passion, gets to have meaning. We're afraid to take that jump. We're afraid to see what's on the other end of our rainbow, of what we desire, of what's important to us. And it brings us to judgment. Here, you have a knight awakening soldiers and other knights. And this is in an Arthurian legend. All the best warriors were put to sleep when Arthur got wounded. And when Wales needs him again, they'll rise. They'll all rise. And there's a sense here of a deep, powerful, knowledgeable part of you has been asleep. And now your soul is rising. You're hearing a call. There's a sense of like, well, I have to do this. I have to discover this. I have to look at this, right? You're being pulled in a certain way that we're thinking, no, this is foolish. Don't do anything foolish. Don't, quit your job and join the circus. I mean, unless that's what you really want to do. Just be mindful about everything during this time. Because there's guild, right? There's false gold being presented to you as like the real thing. And there's the real thing being presented to you as this monumental challenge. It's like, how the heck do I get there? We look at other people's dreams and we walk towards ours. We say, that's what you wanted me to want. Society, the world, that's what I thought I should be. But this is who I am. I might say, well, what's my path? What do I desire? Where is it that I'm supposed to be walking? Here. It is first and foremost calming and centering ourselves. And our job might stay our job. We might go to work, get our paycheck, and exist in that way. And we have our passions on the side. We have the reason why we're on this earth, that lead us forward, that guide us, that heal us, that connect us. We don't have to do all or nothing. We can do them both. But you need to know, Cancer, that there is a part of you that's awakening. There's a part of you that's saying, hey, listen to me, listen to me, listen to me. And we've been ignoring it for way too long. Now listen. Because this is a general reading, I can't give you the specifics, right? I see this here as something you've longed for, of something you're terrified of almost. It's like, if I do this, I won't be able to walk back, right? If I open up this door to healing, if I open up this door to compassion, if I open up this door to looking at the world this way, I won't be able to walk back. And the sentiment is, why would you? Be patient with yourself. This again isn't an all or nothing type of thing. Be patient. The Seven of Pentacles, slowly and patiently growing. You're going to see the fruits of your labor paying off. You're going to see the bounty moving you forward. But you have to be patient. Always think of, forcing fruit to be ripe or trying to eat unripe fruit. You can cover it with sugar. And yeah, it's sweet. But now we've just negated any of the health benefits of the fruit. We can force things. We can make them bend to our will, that sense of might over right. But here, Spirit's saying, do you trust me? Can you follow me? Can you calm and center yourself and be led forward with me? Our subconscious energy to be mindful of is the Five of Pentacles. There's a poverty mentality. There's a fear that we won't get ahead. We won't get what we want. We'll always be barred and an outsider. And that's one of the things that we have to look at and say, okay, I see you. I see you. I see you, my fear of failure. I see you, my doubts and my chaos. I see you, my failures. I see you. But I'm not ruled by you. Our subconscious spirit message is hope reversed. We can be feeling hopeless. We need that hope back. We need a bit of optimism. There's a sense here of it's been dark days, right? That dark night of the soul, the sense of, what is it? The black dog of fate, of a darkness just looming over us, pulling us under, pulling us under. Spirit's saying, remember your hope. Remember your dreams. Remember what you desire. And it's embracing our heart, which is something we're going to find a little bit scary. And finding a way to voice our heart, to live our emotions, to live our heart, which is terrifying. There's a sentiment of, I choose love. I choose happiness. We tend to think they just happen, right? We tend to think, oh, well, people who are happy are just like magically happy all the time. Yes, people can have a higher baseline happiness than others. But there is a need here to choose happiness. I love what I have learned about smiling, which sounds, so simplistic and yet so powerful. If you smile, you're activating your meridian points in your jaw. I learned this from a Qigong master. And he said, smile. You have meridian points in your jaw that are for your liver, and on your lips that are for your pancreas. Your pancreas holds your worry and your fear. Your liver holds your anger. If you smile, and start to smile, it feels weird. Like if you're just smiling all the time, you feel weird, your face hurts you a bit, or a lot, depending. When you start to smile, you start to dissipate your anger, which is your liver, right? And you start to dissipate your worry and your fear, which is your pancreas, which is held in your pancreas. Smile. It is so simple. They say, I've heard, people say, oh, your serotonin gets raises when you smile. You trick your brain into being happier. It makes you feel better. But until I heard this, I didn't sit there and smile all the time. I used to smile all the time, and then life got hard. And it stole my smile, and it stole my happiness. But I let it. Don't lose hope. It is so easy to feel hopeless and in an abyss, and like the waves are going to come and just wash you away while you're desperately trying to juggle what needs to be done. And do the right thing. Or at least try to do the right thing. It can be so overwhelming. Now it's time to start believing in you again, Cancer. It moves us to our subconscious tarot message, which is the Eight of Pentacles. Hard work, but great rewards come. Do not think that your hard work isn't seen. This is a time where, you spend a lot of time with the minutia of things. The little things are going to matter a lot. Your hard work pays off. And you know it. You're going to kind of gravitate towards the sense of, how can I put it together? How can I get this to work? And you're going to see this with everything. It's not just at work that you're a good worker, right? But it's in your life. It's like, how can I get this to work? How can I, put these things together? You can find that even if you're not mechanically inclined, you'll be like, oh, I can fix that. You can just see how things work. And that's going to be a very beautiful thing for you. Don't take things too seriously, because we have the repeat of the number 8 here. We're going to tend to take things just a little bit too seriously. A little bit too, well, it has to be done just like this. Why? Cancer, you don't do good in a box. Stop trying to put yourself in one. And stop letting others put you in one. All right, Cancer. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Cancer. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless, and enjoy this powerful, powerful time. Bye.